Hey y'all, how's it going? For a while I've actually been wanting to put out a small series about scroll sawing for beginners. I know when I first started scroll sawing, there weren't a lot of videos that I guess I liked. A lot of the videos I saw were long, drawn out, pretty much bored me and put me to sleep. I'm going to try and not make that one of these. I don't want it to be. I want it to be short and to the point and get you guys scrolling. So there's a couple of small tips I'll be throwing into this series, as well as a couple things you could do. So the first thing we're going to get to is, well, we're going to look at my scroll saws. So here we've got Annabelle. Annabelle is a RBI Hawk, and she's a 20 inch. She's got 20 inches from here to here. Next is my Craftsman. This is the original scroll saw that I started on. It's still one that I love, and I love to use her. She is only a 16 inch though, so that's okay. One of the first things I'm going to teach you real quick is blades. We're not going to go into all blades. We're just going to basically tell you how to put the blade on, or which way to go. Scroll saw blades are very small. They actually go smaller than this, a double aught and a triple aught, which is 000. It's very hard to see some of the teeth. Here, let's see if I can do that. So basically the way you want to do it, scroll saws cut on the downward motion. So scroll saw, what happens is the scroll saw goes up and down like this, and that's how it cuts. So what you want is you want it to cut on the downward angle. Grabbing this, it's hard to look at. Even me, I have a hard time looking at them, especially on the small ones. So I have to do a test. I usually do it with my finger, but I'm going to show you how to do it with a piece of wood until you know what it feels like. So if you have a piece of scrap wood, and you take the blade and you go with the teeth, if you go here, see how easy it is? It's going the wrong way. Flip it over, and you'll get it to where it catches. Once you do that, that's the bottom, that's the top. That's the orientation you want to put the blade in. Next thing we got to go to. A lot of people talk, again, we talk about blades. So there's three main things that you need to know about a scroll saw from the very beginning. A lot of people have issues scrolling on the line, have issues with blades breaking. They get really upset. They don't ever want to touch scroll saw again because it's kind of annoying and painful. Three steps that you could do that change all that. One, whatever blade, unless you have a high-end scroll saw blade, get better blades. You can either get, I will recommend, especially for beginners for now, either get Olsen or Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman is under another name. I can't remember what it is, but if you type in Flying Dutchman, you can find them. Again, we won't get into blades in this section because blades is a tremendous, there's a lot to picking out different blades for different things. So get better blades. If you really want to go a little bit higher end, Pegasus blades. They're expensive, and when I say expensive, I don't mean that you're going to buy a blade and it's going to cost you 20 bucks. No, you can buy a pack of a dozen for, $10 or less. Pegasus, you're going to go a little bit more, but they're a higher quality blade. So that's the first thing, get a better set of blades. Second thing, your tension, which is what we're going to go over in this video. Tension is extremely important. Too loose, and you'll feel like you're going straight, but your blade's going to be doing this motion. Get it too tight, and you're going to wear out the blade, and the blade's going to break a lot easier than you're having to change out a blade, which sucks in the middle of something. And even to this day, when a blade pops, I still jump for a second. So it happens, so don't worry about that. They are safe, you're fine, you're not going to die. Third thing, the feed rate that you're doing. A lot of people want to, again, have their tension wrong. So their tension is usually too light, so they have to force the piece in harder for it to cut. And they also get zealous about it, and they want to go faster. Scrolling, patience. You have to have a lot of patience to scroll. You don't have to have a lot of patience, but it's going to help. The slower you go with it, the easier it is. You're going to be able to go on the line where you need to go, and the more control you have over it. Also, if you're pushing too hard into the blade, again, it's more likely that you're going to break the blade. If you go at the speed of the blade, let the blade do all the cutting, you'll know, because you'll feel it guide in. If you want to start off once we get the tension right, start off by going slow, real slow, and you'll notice that it's boring. Go a little fast, you'll notice that the blade will eat away and it'll be just like cutting like butter. And then if you want, don't do it long, but go a little harder, you'll feel how you're pushing into it. So with that being said, those are the three main things. Again, get a better quality blade. They're not much more expensive than the junk ones. Tensioning is extremely important. Again, I will show you here. I will also put a link down in the description. Steve Good, whom you should look up, he has a lot of patterns for sale. So does Charles Deering, who's one of my friends. But Steve Good actually has a video or a little sound bite, a zip file that you can get on your computer, where you can hit it and it'll tell you too loose, almost there, and just right. And there's a pitch to it. That's the way I do it. Some people just push it. I'm not one with pushing. I got to hear it, and I'm not musically inclined, but I can hear it. And then feed rate. So with all that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you, get a closer view of it. I'm going to show you guys tensioning. I'm also going to break down a little bit of the scroll saw itself. All right. So we're not going to go over the anatomy of the scroll saw for the most part. I'm just going to point out a couple main points. For my Craftsman, obviously this is the blade, this is the arm here. My tension rod is back here. Now my tension rod goes back and forth. Whenever I need to take my blade off, I have to completely loosen the tension and come here. There's a screw here with a Allen key. I undo it, comes off, and I can do whatever I need to, change the blade out. If I need to change the blade, it's down here. For the Craftsman, it's a horrible place to put it. Anyways, over here on the Hawk Annabelle that I call, again, you got the arm, much longer. You have on this though, on the mid grades, because this is considered mid grade, this is low grade. This is my tensioning rod back here. So in order for me to do that, well, this is the release lever. I release that, release the main tension. Then if I need to, for any reason, I can change this out here. This is where I do all my tensioning. This here, the reason why this is one of the things I like about this versus this, I set that bad boy in place. I don't have to retension it. All I got to do is lock this back. If I need to change out the blade and or do an inside cut or whatever, release the tension, unloosen this, pull up the arm and do that. So that is what you're doing. Look in the manual, find out what your scroll saw has. Different scroll saws are different ways. Look at it. But again, the key important things is the tensioning. Again, this here I have to retension every single time I go to open up this blade. It sucks, but you know what? Again, patience is a virtue with scroll sawing. So here's a couple sounds that I want you guys to hear. I'm going to do it on this camera, then I'm going to get my phone out and get the other camera. But if you listen, hopefully it's picking up. That right there is a good sound. That right there is properly tensioned. Now I'm going to come over here and do it on the Craftsman. I'm going to change the pitch and tone of it so that you can hear, because it's easier than me having to reset that up. So I'm going to loosen the tension. See how nasty that sounds? That's way too loose. You will get, if you see, I can push on this way too much further on either side. That's going to screw up your line. Now, that there to me is too tight. See how much of a higher pitch it is? That, coupled with the speed of this going so fast and pushing into it, it's going to break that blade quickly and easily. So again, go. Also, if you look here, there's not a lot of give. There is give, but there's not a lot of give. So there we go. So as I was saying, this is the blade arm here. The blade itself. This is the knob here, the tensioning knob. So close up of that tensioning knob. and the release lever. So again, like I was saying before, the tensioning is extremely important on most things. I didn't want to really show you guys why it's important. You'll see why whenever you start doing it. So what we're going to cover next in the next series is, next episode, series, whatever you want to call it, is, I guess, putting on templates. Different ways of putting templates on so you can cut them, where to find templates. Pretty easy. It's easy stuff, quick and easy, what you want to scroll. Depends on how you want to scroll and what you want to scroll. But again, in that episode, we will get to that. Alright guys, put your boots on, get out there and make something. Good luck scrolling. If you like this, please subscribe. Please send me a like. If you have any comments, please feel free to ask any questions. You can always contact me on here. You can contact me on my Instagram, which is 5x30 Workshop. So I do have a web page. It's not really set up. It's obviously www.5x30workshop.com. Plain and simple. There you can get all my social media links. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm always available to help out. If you have questions, I'm here for you guys. So again, let me know if there's anything else you want to know in some of these series. Let me know, and I can also try to make a certain series for that. Alright guys, get scrolling.